Hey friends, how's it going? The story begins in a quiet seaside town, where at midnight we meet two girls, Dana and Molly. They encounter a sinister man at a bar who invites them onto his boat. Molly believes this man is wealthy and they could have a great time on his boat, enjoying themselves. However, Dana feels something is off and begs Molly to leave, but Molly insists, urging Dana to see what's going on. Reluctantly, Dana agrees. Little did they know, this night would turn into a nightmare. They board the man's boat, which is surprisingly small, but, more oddly, stained with blood. Both girls are terrified. Dana urges Molly to head upstairs, but as Molly moves, a terrifying journey begins. A half-human, half-rat creature appears. Molly is horrified, but the creature tortures and kills Dana in front of her, ripping her apart. Molly, shaken to the core, runs for her life, but the killer, like a psycho, follows her. Desperate, Molly heads towards a nearby fair, but there's no one around. Her frantic escape turns into a race against death as the killer closes in. Finally, he catches her and does the same thing to her as he did to Dana, dissecting her body in gruesome detail. But why was he doing this? Who is this killer? The story takes a dark and horrifying turn, and to know what happens next, stay tuned. The next scene takes us to Chloe, the lead character, talking with her dad, a writer. Chloe tells him that she's leaving for California to study. Her dad is upset because he's never been apart from her since her mom passed away. Chloe tries to cheer him up, suggesting he focus on writing his next book. Her dad reveals the title of his upcoming book, Mouseboard Massacre. Chloe finds this strange and asks if he truly believes in the story about a mouse killer. He responds, "Yes, I do." Before they can discuss further, Chloe's friend Kim arrives, and Chloe's last day in town begins. Chloe, feeling conflicted about leaving, goes to the bar where she and her friends work. The bar is filled with friends, but Chloe wonders about their missing friends, Dana and Molly. Kim tells her they were at the bar last night but have since disappeared. No one's been able to reach them. Everyone assumes they're just out partying. But the truth is far more sinister. As Chloe's friends chat about her leaving, Charlie brings up the infamous mouse killer. Everyone laughs, but Charlie is serious. He recalls how, as a child, his mom used to scare him with stories about the killer. He then explains the chilling tale of a mad scientist from years ago who experimented on a psycho killer in prison, merging his body with a mouse to make him immortal. That's when everything started going wrong. Charlie's warning sends a shiver down everyone's spine. The story continues as the mad scientist performs his experiment on the psycho killer. After the procedure, the killer transforms into a beast, a nearly indestructible monster. But the doctor's experiment isn't over yet. He wants to create a family that no one can defeat. To do that, he needs to create a wife for this beast. Together, the killer and the doctor begin hunting young girls, removing parts of their bodies to craft the perfect woman. But despite their efforts, they haven't found the perfect body parts yet, and their search continues. When Charlie tells this chilling story, everyone laughs it off, dismissing it as nonsense. They want to make Chloe's last day in town memorable, so they decide to head to the fair, though it's closed. But since Meg works there, she offers to take them all. All 8 friends set off for the fair, unaware that their lives are about to take a terrifying turn. Meanwhile, the mouse killer, in search of body parts, attacks a young man, chopping off his arms and legs. Now we understand why he takes these body parts. He needs them to create his perfect wife. He brings the boy's limbs to the doctor, who is still alive. The doctor has not only created the mouse monster, but also a half-man, half-bear creature, Winnie the Pooh. He scolds his monsters for bringing the wrong body parts and tells them to fetch the perfect ones. He gives them one last chance, bring him the right parts, and the first one to succeed will get a wife. Excited by the promise, the 2 monsters head to the fair, where Chloe and her friends have also arrived. Among the group, there's Jack and Taylor, a couple in the middle of a fight. Jack's phone shows he has matched with someone on Tinder, which makes Taylor suspicious that he's cheating on her. They argue, but then the mouse killer appears. Jack screams as the killer grabs Taylor, tortures her, and removes her body parts. Now the killer is after Jack, relishing the act of killing. He's fully embraced his monstrous, sadistic nature. The hunt for the perfect body parts has begun, and it's a race against time, with deadly consequences. Jack runs towards his friends, desperate to warn them about the psycho killer on the loose. But the monster isn't going to let him escape. The mouse killer catches Jack, tortures him, and kills him. Now 2 of the 8 friends are dead, and only 6 remain. As night falls, the killer waits for the perfect opportunity. That chance arrives when Brandy, one of the girls, feels unwell. She tells the others to go ahead while she rests for a while. As they leave, the killer spots her. Before he can strike, Brandy notices him and tries to escape. But the killer isn't going to let her go. He wants her hand, and so he kills her, cutting off her hand and taking it with him. Charlie sees all this and is terrified. His mother's story now seems real. He rushes to his friend Lucy, telling her that the monster is after him. Lucy thinks he's joking, but no one realizes that a killer is now roaming the fair. The killer soon finds Charlie and Lucy. They both flee, but only Lucy manages to escape. Charlie, however, tries to run but ends up drowning in a nearby water body. He can't swim, and as he struggles, he dies in front of the killer, who enjoys every moment of it, relishing his transformation into a true monster. Lucy now knows the truth. She runs for her life, desperately trying to escape. The killer follows her, injuring her before she narrowly escapes. With his patience gone, the killer decides it's time to show himself. No more games. He wants to kill everyone in front of him. Now, only 4 friends are left: Chloe, Kim, Lucy, and Meg. Lacey is injured, and the remaining 3 are confused, wondering where the others have gone. Suddenly, the killer appears, attacking Meg. He tortures and kills her right in front of Chloe and Kim. Terrified, the 2 girls run for their lives. The killer follows them, cornering them with Lucy, who warns them that the killer has already murdered everyone, torturing them to death. The 3 girls, now in a panic, run, but the killer chases them. He eventually drives them to the place he's been leading them to, the Mad Doctor's lair. Seeing the doctor confirms Charlie's story was true. The doctor has been creating wives for his monsters by using body parts, and now he needs theirs. He explains that they will live forever if they cooperate. The doctor signals, and the monsters attack. The first one targets Lucy, taking a special interest in her eyes, which he rips out, ready to add them to his collection. Witnessing the horrors unfold, Kim and Chloe are paralyzed with fear. Without a second thought, they flee the scene. Meanwhile, the twisted doctor commands his monstrous creations to hunt down the 2 girls. He believes they could become perfect brides for his abominations. The killers scatter across the town, leaving a trail of blood wherever they go. As panic spreads, the news reaches the families of the missing teens. Chloe and Meg's parents grow desperate, unaware that the monsters are heading straight for their homes. Meg's mother is the first to fall, mercilessly slaughtered by one of the creatures. Chloe's father manages to escape and makes his way to the fairgrounds, hoping to find his daughter. There, Kim and Chloe are in hiding. They know time is running out. Realizing their chances of survival are slim, Kim makes a sacrifice. She steps into danger to buy Chloe time to escape. The mouse-faced killer captures Kim and drags her away, leaving Chloe with no choice but to run. She finally reunites with her father. Just as they plan to escape the town, the doctor's voice booms through the darkness. He offers a chilling ultimatum: surrender, and Kim will be spared. Determined to save her friend, Chloe and her father head back toward the doctor's lair. But tragedy strikes again. The mouse killer ambushes them. Chloe is captured and brought before the deranged doctor. Now in his control, Chloe becomes the prize in a sadistic contest. The doctor pits his 2 monstrous creations against each other. Whichever one survives will claim Chloe as his bride. A brutal battle erupts between the monsters. Amidst the chaos, Chloe's father, clinging to life, launches one final attack on the doctor, creating the perfect distraction. Chloe seizes the moment and escapes. The clash between the beasts hits its brutal peak. Mickey unleashes a savage assault on Winnie the Pooh, leaving him bloodied and barely clinging to life. Meanwhile, Chloe's father stumbles upon Kim and desperately tries to rescue her. But before he can escape, Mickey emerges from the shadows and slashes his throat without mercy. With the path clear, Mickey sets his sights on Chloe, but Winnie isn't done yet. Wounded but furious, he strikes back, and a savage brawl erupts once more. Flesh tears, bones crack, but in the end, Mickey triumphs again, finally killing Winnie the Pooh. Now free from any leash, Killer Mickey heads straight for the doctor's boat, the same cursed place where Dana and Molly met their horrifying end. But just when Mickey believes victory is his, the seemingly dead Winnie the Pooh makes one last move. With a desperate lunge, he tries to take Mickey down, but fails. Mickey finishes him for good. As dawn breaks, Chloe searches frantically for Kim. But Mickey returns, and this time, he's come to claim Chloe as his bride. He chases her through the ruins, relentless and unstoppable. But Chloe isn't the terrified girl she once was. She stands her ground, smart, fearless, and ready. In a final, heart-pounding battle, she outsmarts Mickey and puts him down for good. Just when peace seems within reach, the doctor returns, gun to Kim's head. Enraged over the death of his monstrous creation, he delivers a chilling ultimatum: surrender, or Kim dies. But Kim acts fast, snatching the gun and tossing it to Chloe. Without a second thought, Chloe grabs it and fires. One shot, straight to the head. The doctor drops, lifeless. The nightmare is finally over. Everyone else is gone. Only Chloe and Kim walk away alive. Quite a story, right? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.